In this video, we will be looking at some of the comments or statements made by Ozzy Osbourne. Now, some of you watching might not even know who Ozzy Osbourne is. He's a metal singer, rock and roll singer. He was in the group Black Sabbath, and then he went solo with Ozzy Osbourne. Just so everyone isn't freaking out, he's not someone that I listen to. I cannot stand his music. I would put it under noise pollution, but that's neither here nor there with regards to this video. I just wanted to comment on something that he said about Satan worship and him being basically delivered from getting COVID. This is from the Rolling Stone magazine. He writes, "Thank the Dark Lord. Ozzy Osbourne credits devil worship for warding off COVID-19. He writes, in a cheeky statement sent to Metal Hammer, Osbourne credits Satan for protecting him during the pandemic, even as other members of his family caught the coronavirus. My wife had the virus, my daughter had the virus, and I never got it. Being a devil worshiper does have its good points." Now, Ozzy Osbourne, I'm assuming, hasn't read much of the Bible, because when you look at the Bible, you see that Satan is often the cause of many diseases. But first, I want to look at another article. Entertainment Tonight. Rock singer Ozzy Osbourne gets COVID vaccine shot, says he's feeling relieved. Likely what kept him from getting COVID, of course, was the vaccination, but he attributed it to being a Satan worshiper. Now, the one thing that Ozzy Osbourne does not know about the Bible is that Satan causes many diseases. Think back to the book of Job, Job chapter 1 and 2. What causes the grief and the pain and the suffering of Job to the point that he wants to die? What caused that illness? It was Satan inflicting that upon him under the sovereignty of God. As well, think of Luke 13, verse 16, where Satan has a woman bound and crippled for many years. See, Satan is the cause of many of these diseases that we read in the New Testament. And whenever you encounter someone who's demon-possessed, they often have ailments. I think of as well the demon-possessed man in Mark 5, who's obviously not in a right frame of mind and not healthy, and he is cured by Jesus. The interesting thing about Ozzy Osbourne is that he experienced common grace. He experienced the goodness of God. He experienced the blessing of a doctors and research that went into the vaccine that brought him health. And he experienced the common grace and the blessing of the Lord, that he didn't experience any serious illness. But this highlights something else about Ozzy Osbourne's statements. And it points us to the work of Christ on the cross, where Jesus himself defeats demonic powers in Colossians 2, verse 15. Colossians 2:15 says, "And he disarmed the principalities and powers and made a public spectacle of them, triumphing over them in him," or by the cross. Jesus does three things to these demonic powers. First, he disarms them. He makes them mute. He makes Satan and his forces mute. Next, he makes a public example of them. Jesus shames them because he's victorious over them. And next, he is triumphant over them. Jesus is victorious over them by means of his work upon the cross. Thanks be to God for Jesus and his work. He disarms demonic powers so people can be free. Thanks be to God. Thanks for watching.